numerical relationships with fractions. What are we doing with the fractions?
We're gonna
What? What does it say over there?
adding and subtracting unit fractions.
Adding and subtracting unit fractions with
Related denominators.
related denominators. Thank you, Riley. So we're going to use the 4 square method. So go ahead and split your board into 4 equal parts. Our first problem is 2 fourths plus 3 sixteenths. So first we need to identify our denominators. What are our denominators?
4. They have to be
4 and
16.
16. Circle your denominators. We're going to find our LCD, or least common denominator. So the first step is to find the least common denominator. Which number is smaller, 16 or 4? 4. So we'll start with 4. 4, what comes next? 8, 12.
16.
Why'd you stop there?
Because there's a 16.
Oh, 16 is the other denominator. So are they related?
Yes.
So our least common denominator is 16. Now we need to find any equivalent fractions. Which fraction do we need to change?
Number 16.
Why do we need to change 3/16?
Because we need another one, the number
What do we want our denominator to be?
16.
16.
So we're going to change 2 fourths.
Oh, because 3/16 it already has.
16.
So we're going to change 2 fourths. So 2 fourths. How do we make equivalent fractions? Dividing or multiplying. So we need to multiply because we're going to make it bigger. And our denominator is going to be 16. What times 4 gives us 16?
4 times 4.
4. What if I didn't know that? What if I didn't know that? George, what did you just do?
Oh, no.
No, what did you just do? Can you do it again for them? Do it what you just did. Very good. Your multiples are right here. So you can count 1, 2, 3, 4. So 4 times 4 is 16. So we know we're multiplying by 4. What we do to the bottom, we do to the top. 2 times 4 is
8.
8. Okay. So you're multiplying, you're trying to get to 16. So you're not multiplying by 16 to 16. So then this isn't multiplying, no, this would be equal. There you go. What you do to the bottom, you do to the top. It's 2 times 4 equals 16. Alright, so now our last step is to actually solve and simplify. So we're going to take 2 fourths, which now is 8 sixteenths, so 8 sixteenths plus 3 sixteenths. Add your numerators. 8 plus 3 is 11. Denominators stays the same. Now 11 sixteenths. We need to simplify. So we need to look, we can look at our multiplication chart like we did. Can you find 11 and 16 in the same column? Here, you can get that one. This one's better. 11 and 16. Can you find them in the same column? Do you find 11 and 16 in the same column? Yes Yes or no? Can you find it? No. So, right, but in that column there's no 11. So 11 and 16, that's probably in your simplest form. So since it's not in a column, that means that there's not a factor of both 11 and 16. So this is most likely simplified. So that would be our answer. Okay, you ready for another one? All right, erase your boards. Set up your four square. This time we're going to do 7/12 minus 3/6. Alright, Carolina, what we got to do first?
Well, that's your,
We subtract first?
which one?
Okay, what numbers are these? Okay, and where are they located? What are they called in this number?
Oh, no, this is hot.
Marley, can you help her? We have to identify our denominators. So 12 and 6 are what we identify. They are denominators. Okay? Because they're down in the bottom. Down in the denominator. Okay, now what are we going to do with those, Marley? Skip count by 12 and 6. Which one are you going to start with? Why?
Because it's the little one.
6, because it's the little one, it's the smaller one. So 6, what comes next? 12.
18.
What? Oh,
Because we have 12. They're in denominator?
12 is the other denominator, so we don't have to keep going. We can stop because they are related. Just like sisters and brothers. Raphael? So now what are we going to do?
We're gonna do 3, 6. Because we have to change. No. Because we have to change. Yeah, we also have the same denominator.
Yes, we want to have the same denominator, so we're going to change the 3, 6, right? Okay, so we want to change 3, 6 by multiplying to get an equivalent fraction. What's our new denominator? 12. What times 6 gives us 12? 2. 1, 2, very good. So what you do to the numerator, you do to the denominator. So that's fine. So make sure you know what your denominator is going to be. You want your denominator to be 6?
No.
What is your least common denominator?
12.
So you want your denominator to be 12. 6 times 2 is 12. 3 times 2 is
6.
3 times 2 is 6. Okay. So 3 6 is equivalent to 6 12ths. All right. Well, now we're ready to
Subtract.
solve and simplify, which in this case we are subtracting. What's our first fraction?
7/12.
So make sure you start with 7/12 because you were going to make a mistake, Marley. You want to write it the same way. We didn't change 7/12, so we're going to start with 7/12. We are subtracting 3 6, but do we want it 3 6? We want it as 6/12. Subtract across your numerators. You get
1/12.
1, and the denominator stays 1/12. We cannot find that one? Why?
Because it's only on the one.
It's only in the ones column, so the only factor is 1. Okay, what else, Melanie? Did you have something else you want to say? They can be separated.
Before you say that, what is
The numerator? Or simplified? When we were finding yesterday or the other day when we did it? when we were in the first column, we couldn't simplify, right? So, and if our numerator is 1, can we make 1 any smaller than 1? No, we would have to make it a decimal. That one doesn't make sense. Alright, you ready to try one on your own?
Yes.
Alright.